is being used before, which uses film in order to develop images. Because nowadays our technology is using digital camera, even in our phone. Okay, has this digital camera. But before, to capture image, analog camera is the one. So every feature here are done manually. Okay, so there are some of the anatomy of human eye, or where the parts in an analog camera have been based. Okay, so the analog camera has been designed based on some special parts in the human eye. Okay, so one of which is the thin membrane in the eyeball that covers and protect the eye. And what do you call that thin membrane? So we are referring to this membrane. Okay, so we call that as in your biology. Do you still remember the different parts? Okay, so the first one, the thin membrane is called the cornea. Okay, and cornea has the same function as this part of the analog camera, and we call this part as the body case. So same thing, the body case is also a cover that protects the electronics and other sensitive parts in an analog camera. So that's the role of body case. So similar role with the cornea. Okay, next, um, something is opening and closing the eyeball. Okay, and we are referring to this muscle. Okay, that opens and closes the eye. So usually we have the lashes here. So what do you call this muscle that opens and closes the eye? So this muscle is called our eyelids. And eyelids has an equivalent part in an analog camera. So we are referring to this part. So the role of that is also to open and close, okay, the camera. If you have experience using the old this analog camera, the digital camera we are using nowadays is simulating the sound of this part of the analog camera. So if you are familiar with the sound like something like that when you are capturing image using camera, that one you hear from a digital camera is just a simulation of the of this part from an analog camera. But there are some professional camera, even it's digital, that still has this part or feature. Okay, and we call this the shutter. So it's also a title of a horror movie. Okay, so shutter has the same function as the eyelid. So to open and close the eyeball for the human eye, and this one to open and close the camera for an analog camera. Okay, next, we have this muscle right behind the cornea. So we have this muscle here, which actually gives color to our eye. So we're referring to this muscle. So this is the reason why in some ethnicities, we have like brown eyes or sometimes color black, or there are some color green or blue. Okay. So the one that provides that color, so that is why it's sometimes called the color of the eye, is this part. And how do you call that?
Iris.
I'm sorry, what do you call that?
Iris.
Iris, yes. So we call this the iris. Now, what's the purpose of iris? Okay, iris is the one responsible for regulating the amount of light that will enter our eye. So the amount of light